welcome to my channel. You find me here today in a slightly different kind of vlog. So I'm having a morning cuddle with Benny. Frankie's just over on the other chair there. And we're waiting until it's time to go on the school run to take my little boy to school. But this is a different day for me. I am actually going to meet my friend Carole from So Carole. We're going to go and do a bit of shopping. I will try and film. Whether I'll be any good and whether I will get around to it, I don't know. We're only going to Hobbycraft. But Hobbycraft have got quite a lot of nice fabrics in these days. So we're going to go there and then we'll go and get a nice cup of tea or coffee in her case probably. And we'll go and have a nice chinwag and catch up. So this all stems from a couple of months ago. I made a challenge to Carole. So if you watch Carole's channel, you will know that she doesn't really like indie patterns. And I use all patterns, I don't care. So and she was mentioning how she quite liked the patina blouse. So I challenged her to make the patina blouse. And we're both going to go and get together and wear our patina blouses and show each other what we've made. So it will be really interesting to see what she thinks of it. I really love my blouse. I am so pleased with it. I think it looks, I will put a picture in. It's not a great one. It's one I took in my mirror in my bedroom. But seriously, dog, what have you got in your hair? I only bathed you yesterday. Sorry. But yeah, it's not a great picture, but it shows you how I really love this blouse. It looks so good. I feel so confident in it. I've dressed it down today, just wearing a pair of jeans with it. But once I've got, a nice pair of smart trousers to go with it, then I think it's going to look really smart and it'll be perfect for school. So I did make a few adjustments. I've not made the button-up sleeves. I've just literally made a barrel cuff because I don't really like buttons and stuff like that if I can avoid them. Just because I don't see any use to it. I don't even need to undo this to get my hand in. I've got the most small hands in the world. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I've just done a barrel cuff on it. And actually I've eased in, you might see there's no puff on the sleeve. I've eased in the sleeve because I don't really suit big sleeves. They make me look quite broad. So, hello Tommy. Yeah, so I don't really like having big sleeves. So yeah, that's what I've done. That's what I've made. I've also, I don't know if I can show you without disturbing the dog. Hopefully you'll be able to see. If not, I'll put a close-up picture in there. But I've made some nice buttons. They are sort of white. They're resin ones, obviously. White with a really nice gold glitter sparkle. So they go really well. And just add a little bit of sort of zhuzh, should we say, to the finished product. But yeah, I'm really pleased. So I am going to be setting off in about 5 minutes. I am just going to finish have my cup of tea and cuddle up to the dog for 10 minutes before we go. And yeah, I will catch up with you later, hopefully when I meet up with Carole in Hobbycraft. Hello, so I have arrived at Hobbycraft. Hopefully you can just see that in the background over there somewhere. There we go. And I am just waiting for Carole. Now, I knew I was going to be earlier than Carole. I left straight after the school run and Carole couldn't get here till 10. So I'm a little bit early. So I'm going to have a little wait. I might even mooch around. There's a garden centre next door. Might even have a little mooch around the garden centre before we go to Hobbycraft. Yeah, hopefully we will see Carole shortly when she arrives. So hopefully I'll take you along for the ride. Hello, so I am back. Right there, Frankie. Let's start again. Hello, so I am back from my meeting with... Really? Is this how we're going to do it? We're going to do it like this, are we? Yeah? I am back from my meeting with Carole from So Carole, and we had a lovely little walk around Hobbycraft, and then we popped into the garden centre next door and had a nice cup of tea and a chinwag and a huge, absolutely humongous, cream tea I had, and then Carole had I think it was an almond croissant, something like that. So yeah, we had a lovely chat, a lovely catch up. Carole had her blouse on and it was a stunner. I think people need to go and tell her how lovely it is and how lovely she looks in it, because I think she's not sure about it, and I think she looked lovely. So please do go over and check her out and make sure you give her some love and her blouse some love. It's all about the dogs today, isn't it? It's going to be all one of those sort of days. So I'm very pleased with my blouse, as I said earlier on. Overall, I'm absolutely thrilled with this blouse. I love the colouring of it. I love the fit of it, the style of it. And will I make another one? Yes. And I might also try and hack it into a dress, because I like the Lyra, and Carole and I were talking about it, but I don't like stand-up collars. And I haven't worked out what it was I don't like, but she's right. That's exactly what it is. I don't like stand-up collars. It annoys me in my hair. As I said to you before, I'm a very fussy person. So those sort of things that aren't flat really annoy me and really niggle me. So this actually is ideal to make into a dress. Now, I will say, if I make a blouse again, I need to extend it by at least, I'd say about 2 inches, because I don't think it's long enough. And I'm only 5'1". You know, I'm quite short. And I don't think it's long enough. You know, it would ride up and expose my belly, and I don't feel comfortable with that. So if I was going, well, when I make it again, because I almost certainly will make it again, I will lengthen the bottom of the blouse and make it a bit longer so that it covers me, and make the button stand longer as well. Carole and I were discussing the fact that actually you don't need to have opening buttons and working buttons. Now, I did this time because I wasn't certain, but again, next time, there's no way on earth I would do working buttonholes. I would literally just sew them together and then put the buttons on, because you don't need it there. There's no risk of gaping, and it is double trouble doggies now. There's no risk of me exposing myself to children or whatever at school. So I will definitely be sewing them up from now onwards. So yeah, but yeah. So we had a lovely time. I think Carole was quite happy with the challenge. I think Carole was quite happy to take part in it, and she reckons she's going to challenge me again, or challenge me next time. And I think we can probably safely say it will be a big 4 pattern, but what pattern she picks, we don't know. So definitely keep your eye out for that. There is a picture that I'm going to put up of the 2 of us together, and you can the dogs are knocking the camera and everything. You can see us. We had a nice little catch up. I haven't seen Carole since November last year, so it was really nice to see her again. And yeah, hopefully I will see her again soon. So I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and it's slightly different from normal, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully I've given you enough information about the blouse. The fabric is from Little Miss So-and-so. It was the one I bought for my Mabel that was never ever going to be a Mabel. And I believe they still have it on the website. So if they do, I will link it below, because it is a beautiful viscose fabric. And then what else? What size did I make? That's a good question. I think I made a size medium. Was it, Benny? Not sure. I think it was a medium, maybe a large in the blouse. I do think it's the finished garment measurements are not quite what they said. Like, I've stuck to the seam allowances and all that. I've not, I've only done centimetre seam allowances like it says. And I do think it's a little bit tighter than they said it was. So I either picked a size smaller than I realised, or I remembered, or it comes up a little bit smaller than I thought. So I don't know. It's not as oversized as I was led to believe. Whether that's because I'm busty, whether it's because I put on some weight at the moment, I don't know. But I only measured myself a couple of weeks ago, so I'm quite certain of my measurements. So yeah, but it's still wearable, eminently wearable, and I love it, and I'm so pleased with it. And I think it's just so, I mean, I love the sleeves. I love the fact that I'm not worried about the gathering. I might actually put the gathering in next time. But yeah, I love the sleeves. I love all of it. I'm just really pleased, really, really pleased. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I hope the dogs haven't been too distracting for me or you. And I will be back again on Friday with another Friday Sews. Bye.